I just want to know what really can be done to hold Russia accountable here, since Russia doesn't really formally recognize the ICC. These international institutions that are meant to dissuade or prevent these types of crimes. What effect does it have on a country like Russia, and what can be done other than while this investigation is going on by the ICC, what can be done to try and further protect civilians in Ukraine?
Well, thank you, Kevin, for your question. Obviously, what happened over the weekend is completely egregious, completely unjustifiable, and shocking. And I share definitely the strong feelings Canadians had when they saw pictures and videos of what happened over the weekend in Ukraine. These are clearly war crimes. These are clearly crimes against humanity. And it is important for Canada to play its role in making sure that there is accountability for these acts, and these acts cannot go unpunished. So that's why we will work within the International Criminal Court to support the prosecutor as he is investigating the issue, but also they need support, they need funding. We will be supporting and funding the organization. I've also raised the issue with Michelle Bachelet, which is the High Commissioner for the United Nations Human Rights Council, as they are also investigating what is happening. And I look forward to having a conversation with her very soon. And finally, I would say we need to make sure that we continue to put maximum pressure on the Russian regime. There needs to be more sanctions. There will be more sanctions on the part of Canada, and we need to work also with partners. I'll be heading to the G7 later this week. The G7 needs to do more. We need to make sure that we isolate Russia economically, diplomatically, and politically.
Maybe just from the Finnish perspective, a couple of additional remarks to what Minister Joly said. First of all, of course, this has been very shocking news in Finland as well. The main news, what has happened in Bucha and what's happening currently in places like Mariupol, where the civilians are in the middle of warfare. First of all, it's very important to understand that war has also rules, and these rules are set by the Geneva Conventions, and if you break those rules, you are making war crimes, and this is what it looks like has happened in Bucha. And it's at this moment very important that we collect all the data, we interview those who have been witnessing these atrocities, and we have all the data then for the future processes. European Union has been very strongly condemning what we have seen, and European Union is ready to prepare, of course, the next sanction package for Russia.
Thank you, ministers. We have a lot of questions in line, so let's try to be concise while asking. Next is a freelance journalist from Canada, Mr. Dennis Compton, please.
Thank you very much. My question is directed to both ministers. Today, Lithuania expelled Russian ambassador, and Germany will be expelling 40 diplomats whose work in Germany is not connected with their diplomatic status. Does the government of Canada and does the government of Finland intend to follow Lithuania and Germany in expelling some Russian diplomats? And in general, what are our respective governments' intentions regarding the management of our relationships with Russia?
From the Finnish perspective, we of course follow very closely always that the diplomats are acting in a real diplomatic work, and we are ready to react if this is not the case. And I don't want to make any public statement on that, but this is the case now in Finland, that we are of course looking the issue from that light, that the diplomats are doing the job that they are here for.
Well, I would add to that, and I agree with what Minister Haavisto just mentioned. I would say this is a top priority for our government. Definitely, we're concerned with any security issues coming from Russian diplomats. We take stock of what Lithuania and Germany has announced today, and I'll have conversations also with key cabinet ministers to make sure that we react promptly.